Namaskar and good evening to the viewers of Pandit Ravi Shankar Music Foundation. Once we are once again back with our show Reflections, marking 101 years of Bharat Ratna Pandit Ravi Shankar ji. Friends, today we start our session. First, we would like to give our tribute to one of the sitar maestro on his 86th birthday, Pandit Debu Chaudhary, whom we lost last month due to this COVID, and his son Pratik Chaudhary. May their soul rest in peace and you people be safe during this era of COVID. Today, in our 76th episode of Reflections, we have with us Dr. Keshav Sharma from Shimla, one of the senior disciples of Pandit Ravi Shankar ji. On behalf of Pandit Ravi Shankar Music Foundation, I invite Dr. Keshav Sharma.
Thank you. Namaskar.
Uncle, namaste.
Namaskar.
How are you, Uncle?
I'm extremely fine, very fine. In these bad times, tough times, if you are alive, then it is all due to God's grace and the best wishes of friends like you. Thanks.
We are also extremely happy to see you on our show Reflections. To continue the conversation with you,
Right.
I invite Shri Gaurav Majumdar, disciple of Pandit Ravi Shankar ji.
Oh, great. Namaskar.
Namaskar, Keshav ji. Damadun, namaskar.
Seeing after a long time.
Seeing after a long time, and we are resuming Reflections after a short break. And I'm so happy that today is the 76th episode. And exactly 1 year back, we interviewed Pandit Debu Chaudhary ji,
Right.
and his son Pratik also was in the show to introduce. And so unfortunate that we lost both of them early this month.
That is right.
So our prayers and praying for the family as well, to give them strength and bear this huge loss, which is to all of us. Keshav ji, let's begin this program today.
Right.
With your background. You tell us about your childhood, about where you grew up, and about your family. Let's begin with that.
Thanks, Gauravji. Today, you have given me a chance to just reflect what I have been doing since my childhood. I was born and brought up in a family of great astrologers, musicians, teachers, etc. I was born in Simla. My parents were teachers. And in fact, everyone for the last so many generations have been a teacher. Now, during my school days, I developed this love for music. When I was 5 years old, my father, who was also a great lover of music, took me to my maternal uncle's home, who was the head of the department of music of a college and disciple of Raja Bhaiya Poonchwale and Shankar Rao Krishan Pandit. He was a great Sanskrit scholar and a very knowledgeable man. Now, he used to organize monthly sittings of classical music. So that was my first exposure to classical music, 5 or 6 years of age. Then when I was nearly 10 years of age, once I visited my maternal uncle's Dr. Kale, Bhimdatt Kale, that was his name, where to his home where he was running kind of a Gurukul or academy for the students. And I found that my elder cousin, he was playing tabla. Yeah, I got interested. I said, Bhai Sahab, I would also like to learn this. This is very attractive. And I started with tabla. So initially, both of us learned tabla from my own maternal uncle, though he was not a tabla player. Later on, my uncle requested late Pandit Ranganath Mishra of Banaras Gharana to be our guru, and he agreed. To cut a long story short, he used to come to Shimla during summers for 3 to 4 months, and then he used to teach both of us. We two brothers are his Gandaband Shagirs in this part of the country, and he was really a great soul. But then when I grew up, I was in perhaps pre-university, then I took up sitar. The reason was very simple. I thought, why should two brothers learn tabla, the same instrument? Let one brother, start with sitar, the other tabla. So now we have a complete pair. So wherever you will go for, no, I was a very young fellow. So I had my own imagination that I will go here and there and play sitar and give concerts. So I took up sitar, and that was perhaps this very fortunate turning point in my life. I learned my sitar first from my uncle, but then perhaps Gauravji, you remember, I was very small, 5, 6 or 7 years old when Panditji Guruji and Baba Ali Akbar Khan came to Shimla, and they had their concert in the Cecil Hotel. And I still remember that while playing Srod, the string, bass string, it snapped like anything, and that program was a huge success. Well, I thought, and Guruji was having such a dashing personality, mesmerizing personality. Perhaps that was the image that got imprinted in my brain. Anyhow, so I wanted to learn from someone who is from a great gharana. Many people used to come to my uncle's house, and my uncle used to organize 2 days national concert of music on Guru Purnima. And almost all the great musicians, they came and performed in Simla. So many. And many of them, like Satish Kumar and other people, they saw that I was almost mad after music. Even during my BSc period, I did not attend a single class. Excuse me. My whole time was spent in playing tabla or sitar. That is the end of it. That kind of, I spent entire time. They used to then tell me, teach me something, some technicalities of sitar. But anyhow, I was not satisfied. When I joined university, then after some years, Ustad Asad Ali Khan Sahab was invited to our university for conducting practical examinations of MA music students. Now, my habit is, till today, that whenever some musician, big or small, comes to Simla, I always invite him or her to my house over dinner or lunch and whatever. And this is my way of paying my respect to music and the artist. So I requested Ustad ji that kindly come to my house. Now he came to my house, we had lunch, and in the same room, he was sitting, and I did not talk about sitar or something. As you know, he was a Rudraveena player. Then all of a sudden he said, okay, Dr. Sharma, I will teach you sitar. Oh, my lottery. I won my lottery. And immediately said, okay, bring your sitar, and my first lesson started over there. After that, for 3, 4, 5 years, I used to go to Delhi for teaching in the Delhi University. And at the time, I used to go to his house in Nizamuddin and learned Dhrupad and the technique of playing Rudraveena on sitar, something like that. But at the back of my mind, I wanted to learn from Guruji Panditji. And his first level students or disciples, Pandit Satyadev Pawar, He was just like my real elder brother. Whenever he came to Shimla, I stayed with my family. And whenever I went to Delhi, in the evening after taking my classes, I would go to his house, and we have nice program over there. Daily, I was just telling him in the kindly see, whenever Guruji, Panditji comes back from USA and settles in Delhi, you just take me there and just recommend. And this happened. When Panditji came back, he took me to the rest of the story, most of the things you know very well. He took me there. Panditji, I just touched his feet. Now Pawar Sahib said, Guruji, he is Dr. Keshav Sharma, university professor. And kindly take him as your disciple. Will you believe, Guruji? Because I'll tell you that I had full faith that an artist who is so busy and so great, he will accept me. Perhaps I do not know, but perhaps I am the only non-professional disciple of Panditji. I do not know. There may be others, but I do not know. Because जिनको मैं जानता हूँ, all are highly professional, successful artists. And Panditji said, okay, I will teach him. I'll take him as my disciple. That was the best moment of my life. And then, but by that time, I was playing differently, isn't it? I had to change all, and so the matter we will discuss later on. But then I had to do a lot of hard work because I was teaching something different in the universities, and my passion was music, something entirely different. Anyhow, I could manage somehow. So this is how my childhood and initial years of my adulthood went by. Yes.
And professionally, you were into education. You were in science. Basically, you're a scientist, right?
I will say kind of a student of science because I have been teaching statistics and research, and I have been and I also taught educational psychology. I am a practicing psychologist and astrophysicist. So these were and IT, perhaps one of the senior most consultant in IT in India. But I did not. I mean, made all these as my profession because education. I think it was as dear to me as my music. That is it.
Sure. That's wonderful. Keshavji, one thing I would like to ask you, because you have heard so many artists, you have heard so many musicians, you have.
Right.
What is it in Guruji's music and his playing which you thought was very unique and very special and different from other musicians?
Gauravji, this is one of the most difficult questions to be answered by anybody, right? But as a researcher and as a student of science, I will be very, very objective. Definitely. Now, at the outset, I would like to tell everybody who's watching this episode, that there has been a very wrong notion among the musicians and the students of music, especially when it comes to sitar, in the context of sitar, that sitar, as played by great Ustad Vilayat Khan Sahib and his disciples, is Gaiki, Ang. And what is played by Panditji, Guruji and his disciples is Tantrakari Ang. Well, this is a misnomer. In fact, as you know very well, that without learning vocal properly, you cannot play sitar. Right? I learned vocal from my great uncle. I learned for nearly 10 years. I did not. I could not sing because of my throat, but I had the knowledge which I got from him. Now, the only difference, as you know very well, that sitar came later on. Earlier, it was Rudraveena. And as you know very well, Rudraveena was used as an accompaniment instrument for Dhrupad singers, right? Guruji told me many times, and you also know because you are very close to him, that it is the Dhrupad that we actually play. And if we see how Guru... Now, when Ustad Vilayat Khan was living in Simla, we 4 or 5 people used to go and visit his house. And he was very kind. Whenever you went, he will just ask for his sitar and play for us without our request. And told us many intricacies and technicalities of his own gharana. That way he was a nice man. And I found that he could also use mizrabs very effectively. It is not dara. And he told us that, look here, this is how we use mizrab for playing different kind of things on sitar. So the only difference is that there, what a vocalist sings, or how a vocalist sings, that kind of playing one can find in Ustad Vilayat Khan and his disciples. Now, Panditji, our guru, definitely he is, as you know very well, we all play or use mizrab, the strokes. What he told us, what he taught us, where mizrab, I mean, the strokes are very intricate, very difficult. So predominantly our side stroke dominated, the other side not that much dominated. But I will tell you an anecdote. Once Sadhya Pawar ji was to appear for national program of music, and he said, okay, let us go to Guruji, and I would like to know how to play this rag on my violin. So we went there. So Guruji took us, both of us, to his bedroom, and he played that rag which Pawar Sahab was going to play for national program of music, and Guruji played as if Vilayat Khan Sahab is playing. Will you believe it? I could not. I was just looking at Guruji, that look here at this person, that so very comfortably he entirely changed his style of playing while teaching this to Sadhya Pawar ji, who was a violinist. Right, this is one thing. I'll say that he could play in any way, in any manner. That kind of, he was super talented. That kind of talent I got. Right. The other thing is, which I have my own experience, as you know very well, he was very, very strict as far as the purity of ragas is concerned and purity of technique is concerned. Isn't it, Gaurav Sahab? I think you will vouch for me. I do not know whether you were present on that day, because I was very shy of you people, no? Because you all the three were playing very well. I was just immature, and I had a very tough time of changing my style of playing sitar to Guruji's style of playing sitar. That was a tough time for me. So once what Guruji said, yes, you were also there in that room in the evening. The Guru said, okay, what are you going to play? So I was very much afraid that what can I play before him? So I said, Guruji, I will play कौन सा कल्याण श्याम वाला, Puriya Kalyan. I will play Puriya Kalyan. Okay. So I just tuned my sitar, and when came to steel Pancham string, I tuned it to not Pancham but Gandhar. I thought that Gandhar being the Vadi note of this raga, so it will look very nice. I just did this, Chikari. Guru said, Dr. Shah, just never ever tune this in Gandhar, and gave me 2-3 reasons why. Now that was the kind of exactness that he required, and that is why whatever the people say, there are critics who say that Panditji did what this, he mixed Western music with Indian music and this and that, all the experiments and whatever. But people forget one thing, that experimentation part was a different affair. It was entirely different, right? When it came to his own performances, I don't think anybody can say that he ever compromised as far as the purity of ragas is concerned. I still know that once I asked him that how this madhyam is to be played in rag bihaga. Not a very simple thing. भाई इसमें मध्यम ना रोता हुआ है. Very nice. That was, it was so, he explained it so easily in 3 words that it was marvelous, isn't it? So I think the greatest contribution to Indian classical music of our great Guru is not only that he introduced this instrument to the Western world, right? And the sitar players who are going there, they should be grateful to our great Guru, because now sitar is, when I went to US with my sitar and told them that I am the disciple of Pandit Ravi Shankar, will you believe, Gauravji, that custom people did not open my box. Did not open my box. Did not check up anything. They said, okay, go. The custom person said, what is this? I said, it is sitar. Whose disciple you are? I gave Pandit Ravi Shankar. Do you carry this sitar everywhere? Yes. Do you take it to even in the bathroom? And yes. Then he said, okay, here, stamp, go. Now that kind of reputation, you find it is all due to our Guru's effort. But I think, apart from the techniques, apart from the new ragas that he formed, I think the purity of raga. The purity of raga, that is a great contribution. So music is a living thing, definitely. I have heard hundreds of great musicians, and many of them used to come to my house, stay here, right? And I found that, some of them did compromise somewhere. Little bit, did compromise. But as you know very well, I think nobody knows better than you people who are with him for longer duration, that he never compromised. Never compromised. And I think this is a must if our classical music is to retain its purity, and which is very important. Because now you can very well imagine, because when we had that 400 years ago, we didn't have any recording devices or anything. It was all through oral tradition that the music was passed on from one generation to the other, right? We do not know that what those murchanas were, right? What that nibandh was, we do not know. And gradually, when it comes to the scale, saptak, whether it was Bilawal or whether it was Bhairavi, what nobody knows. Really. The reason being, the changes happened. I think our Guru did a great job. I do not know how, as a researcher, I'm talking as a researcher, not as his disciple, but as a researcher, that he maintained the purity of ragas that he played. And that is a great contribution. Once I requested Guruji that I would like to record, because my family owns a small digital recording studio in Simla. So I had my wish that all the ragas Guruji should play for half an hour or 1 hour, and we should have recording which ought to become the standards, that this is how some raga is to be rendered. I think people like you who are really excellent sitar players, I think you should do it. Because after 50 years, 100 years, who knows what Panditji was exactly playing and how exactly he was playing, isn't it? So, but generation after generation, people like you, I think this is an honest, this is a very cardinal duty of all of you people to, I mean, leave behind you some legacy in terms of how the rag should be rendered. This is one. There are so many other, but even more is his disciples. I think when a guru makes his disciples something like himself, that is the greatest achievement, isn't it? Now, as you know, because first line disciples like Satya Pawar ji, Gopal Krishna ji, or Shashi Mohan Bhatt ji, though I was younger to them, but they had a very great regard for me. So, Uma Shankar Mishra, all these people, and then you came and other people came, so many people came, right? Generation after generation of budding artists came to Guruji's house, and he molded them like anything. Now, when I listen to Guruji, you or Shubhendra or other people, I'll tell you that I feel so happy and satisfied that at least the legacy of our great Guru is intact. And that is a must, isn't it? So, making of great disciples by a great Guru is the greatest contribution of our great Guru to Indian classical music and also the world music. Yes.
I think it's the inspiration which is most important. When you come in touch with such a person, it is something like, lighting of a lamp. जैसे आप दिया जलाते ना, एक दिया से दूसरा, दूसरे से तीसरा, तीसरे से चौथा. It is something like that, because you come in contact with him and you don't even realize when you have learned certain things. You don't even realize.
Perfectly right. Perfectly right. But I have started writing something about our great Guru, my own observations as a researcher, as a disciple, or as a senior person. And when it is prepared, it is complete, I will send you a copy.
Sure, but
now, right. So actually, we have to, study Guruji as a person, as a musician, at least two sides, as a human being, as a person. There are so many examples. I will just cite here two, incidents, which will definitely, exhibit what type of person our great Guru was. And I think those who are listening, watching this program, they will really enjoy it. In very short, in 1988, I went to Ajmer for teaching in January or February. And I asked my wife to come to Ajmer, and my younger son was 6 or 7 months old. On our way back to Shimla, there was time for our night train, Kalka Mail to Kalka. So I said that to my wife that, okay, let us go to Guruji's house and seek his blessings because we have time. So we went there. My youngest son, now he is 34. So he was sleeping in my wife's lap. We went there. I do not, Gaurav, I am an old man. I forget many things. So Guruji was in bedroom, and perhaps you were there. Shubhendra was definitely there. So he was checking some electronic instrument or something. I do not know what there. Right. So I went. I said, because his feet, and said, Guruji, here is your grandson. He was so happy. He said, okay, bhai, हटाओ ये सारा जो इंस्ट्रूमेंट वगैरह है, जो इलेक्ट्रॉनिक हटाओ. So हमने उनके पैरों में रख दिया. The child was sleeping. Now Guruji was confused what to do. Now he was, Raksha, what should I do for him? Guruji, you have just blessed him. No, he is the luckiest fellow child in this world. No. I Shubhendra, bring my sitar. Will you believe? For nearly 40 minutes, he played Kedar for my younger son who was 6 months. And my son was still sleeping. And then he stopped playing, gave back the sitar. And he was very much, I was sad. He said, oh, Daksha, he is still sleeping. I said, Guruji, he is really the luckiest fellow for whom you have exclusively played sitar for this young boy. He said, this is one thing. And one more I will just tell you. Now, this shows the simplicity, right? They show the humane nature of our great Guru, whatever people should say. But he was such a simple soul that anyone could cheat him. This is my observation. वो सीधे आदमी थे, उनको लेना देना कुछ नहीं किसी से. Once I and my wife were in Delhi, so we requested Pamar Sahib that let us go to Guruji's house. We just want to seek his blessing, because whenever I was in Delhi, whether I came for lessons or not, but I will always go to seek his blessing. So we went there daytime. And Dubey ji, you know, Dubey ji was bade kharab aadmi the. They won't allow people to meet Guruji easily. And I think he was right, because otherwise a lot of people would come and disturb Guruji. So Kumar Sahib to Dubey ji, bhai, they have come from all the way from Simla and just to meet Guruji, seek his blessing. So just tell Guruji. Now Dubey ji, oh bhai, Kumar Sahib, actually the BBC people are recording, some interview is going on, so he cannot come. So I told Dubey ji, Mr. Dubey ji, कोई उनसे बैठने नहीं है, we will just here just to seek his blessing, we will touch his feet and go away. That is the end of it. Okay, he went inside. Will you believe, Guruji stopped all the recordings, came out, we touched his feet. Now, God, by God, I feel so embarrassed even today. Then he said, Dr. Sahib, क्षमा करिएगा. Will you believe it? Guru is seeking, forgiveness from his disciple. Why, ऐसे, now the recording is going on now. So, मैंने कहा, Guruji, we have just come to seek your blessing, but now I'll come later on for my lessons. So we are just going. We try to touch his feet. He went inside, brought a plate of sandesh, and made us eat. Because my Bahu is also with you. Bhaiya, khaiye. He remained standing over there till we finished that plate. Again he said, "Bhai, मुझे क्षमा करें, आप फिर आइएगा." Will you believe the simplicity? क्या सीधापन था, क्या
सीधापन से ज्यादा it's his greatness. It's his greatness.
That's right. It was his greatness.
Yeah,
definitely, because he did not discriminate between a high placed person or a simple disciple like me.
Yeah. It was a very touching thing that you as a disciple have come to seek his blessings and come and meet him, and he honors that, he respects that, and he loves it also. अगर वो BBC का recording नहीं होता तो वो बैठ के गपशप करते आपके साथ, आपको लेके म्यूजिक करते, सिखाते, आपको आपने क्या रियाज किया है. That was one thing with him, that he was like that with everybody. He that was the tradition of the house, that अगर आप आ रहे हैं वो आपको बिना खिलाए नहीं छोड़ेंगे, आपका हालचाल बिना पूछे नहीं छोड़ेंगे. He was very, very, very human that way, which is so important.
मैं आपको मजेदार बात सुनाता हूँ, थोड़ा हिंदी
जरूर सुनाइए, हमारे पास टाइम है, आप जल्दीबाजी मत करिए.
मतलब ये तो नहीं कि कोई हिंदी नहीं समझता हो,
सब हिंदी सब समझते हैं, इंग्लिश सब समझते हैं.
नहीं, actually when we four of us learning together in that big room, then I told you that because you were playing very well, and I was always feeling very embarrassed. Now Guruji was so sensitive that he didn't say anything. But one day when I came to his house for my lessons, he said, Doctor, let us go to my bedroom. He bolted the room from inside. आपने देखा होगा छोटा सा उनका मंदिर जो कमरे में था,
वो मंदिर में ही बैठते थे वो रियाज के लिए.
इधर वो बैठे, इधर मैं बैठा, हमारे घुटनों में सिर्फ 3 इंच का फर्क रहता था. There was only distance of 3 inches or 4 inches between our knees, and there he started teaching me, and this went on. Then one day he asked me, Doctor, for how many days you come to Delhi? I said, Guruji, I come to Delhi for nearly 15 days to teach classes in the Delhi University, and I come for say 2 or 3 or 4 times in a year. Then he just waited, and then he said, "Okay, do one thing. You, sorry, you bring a blank cassette tape and record whatever I am teaching you. You take all these lessons so that you need not come, because you won't be able to come all the time. This may happen. So at least you have the recording, my teachings, and then you can practice." So this happened. Then I brought the tape, and that is my very, precious property, I can say. I still refer to all those lessons that he gave and recorded for me. And the height of the matter was that one day he said that I think you should also come in the morning. As you know, Gaurav, very well, that I don't think he used to teach anyone in the morning. That is my observation. So
वो सिखाते थे, हम लोग तो रहते थे उनके साथ।
आप थे ना, बाकी किसी को नहीं।
हाँ, नहीं, हम लोग रहते थे, हम लोग को सुबह भी सिखाते थे, शाम को भी सिखाते थे, रात को भी सिखाते थे।
जो आपका तो था ना, जो वहाँ रह रहे थे वो तो बात थी ही। अदरवाइज उस मामले में मैंने देखा जस्ट लाइक एन एरिस्टोक्रेट, अपना ठीक हर चीज एकदम कायदे से होनी चाहिए। सो आई यूज्ड टू कम in the morning also, used to come in the evening also, and then he was teaching me only in his bedroom. That was, though he knew very well that I am not going to take up music as my profession, because I was already a professor in a university in a different subject, isn't it? But he could very well find out right at the outset that I was 100% very sincere and devoted to music and also to our great good. That is why he shared many things which with me, which I cannot come and discuss publicly. And as a senior person, he knew that he is not here to put कोई ठप्पा लगाने, स्टैंप लगाने नहीं कि साहब मैं पंडित रविशंकर जी का शिष्य हूं तो लोग वाह वाह करें. He knew that was not my objective. My objective was to learn the pure form of playing sitar and music. That was it. And I am maintaining till date. I'm maintaining this till date. This is one thing. And then I just told you about the big Anushthan that he wanted. He asked me to do. So I did that. So many things I did. And as I told you, I prepared his horoscope because he said, okay, and the horoscope is with me. As I told you that whenever a museum is constructed, established in his name, I'll give the original horoscope to you people. So to sum up this part of my reminiscences, he was a very sensitive man. Though the artists are sensitive, but he was extraordinarily sensitive, and without somebody's telling something, he could judge. Words were not needed. At least with me, I know that I can only tell about my own self, my own experiences, that he did not need my word to do this or to that. Okay. Yes.
It's very important because for him, everybody who came, every student who came to him was important.
That is
and he taught in the same serious manner, in the same strict manner to each and every one. Then it was up to the student to take from that what they can take.
That is right. That is why he was totally liberal.
But he never downsized, or he never created his lessons accordingly कि ये सीरियस है या ये प्रोफेशन लेगा या ये प्रोफेशन नहीं लेगा. वो उनका जो म्यूजिक का जो उनका नजरिया था, उनका जो म्यूजिक के प्रति वो बहुत सीरियस था, और उन्होंने जैसे सीखा था वैसे ही वो अपने सब शागिर्दों को, सब शिष्यों को सिखाते थे कि उनको they will get a glimpse or they will get an idea of what music meant to Guruji and how Guruji learned this music and how he took this music as.
नहीं, ये देखिए यही एक आश्चर्य की बात है. जैसे मैंने आपसे बताया, I have met so many people, so many great musicians of the both north and south, Karnataka, and whatever you are saying is perfectly correct. because I have found people. One lady told me, who is very passionate about music, that she spent a lot of money on one person, one so-called guru somewhere in India, but that fellow did not teach her anything. Anything. And that lady is the wife of a very, very highly placed person of this country. So I was really amazed because I compare other people, I mean professionals, with our guru when it comes to the comparison. Not that all are good, they're not that kind of, but how people teach. Whether if a disciple is totally devoted to his guru and dedicated to the cause of music, right? Then the guru has to be the same. The guru should also be devoted to his disciple. Now, I am being a Brahmin, traditional Brahmin from Uttarakhand. हम लोग पुजारी लोग हैं. And in our family, Gurukul system is still going on, even in my family, my house. Whosoever comes a student or a disciple, he is treated just like our own natural son. This was the great attribute of our guru. Our guru. Many times Guruji said in the evening, because I used to stay in Mandi House, Himachal Bhavar. So 7 o'clock, I would take a taxi and come to Guruji's house. So at that time, we'll have a lot of discussion. As you know, he used to sit in that chair. तो भाई सीधी बात है, हमारी तो अपनी परंपरा गुरुओं की है, हमारे यहाँ ज्योतिष के दूसरे, हम उनके पैरों में बैठते थे नीचे. अरे डॉक्टर साहब, you just get up and sit. Guruji, this is not possible in this lifetime. And then we used to talk and talk and talk. As you know, he used to very soft spoken. तो मुझे लगता था कि भाई बड़ा टाइम ले लिया, देखो ना इतने लोग हैं, आप लोग भी थे और भी आते थे. तो मैंने कहा गुरुजी मैं अब चलता हूँ ना, मैंने कल क्लास, और डॉक्टर साहब थोड़ी देर बैठो. एंड देन भाई ऐसा है, यू जस्ट टेक डिनर एंड गो. तो मुझे कई बार सच कहता हूँ, गौरव जी मुझे झूठ बोलना पड़ता है. गुरुजी आई हैव टेकन माय डिनर इन मंडी हाउस इन माय हिमाचल भवन. ठीक है. Once Vishnu Mohan Bhatt came in 88 or 89, I do not know. So because Shashi Mohan ji was a great friend of mine. Vishnu Mohan ji से मेरी मुलाकात नहीं थी ऐसी, तो वहीं मुलाकात हुई थी. तो I requested Shashi Mohan, मैंने कहा लोग ब्रदर ऐसा करते हैं, आप शाम मेरे पास आइए, बस वहीं पर खाना पीना होगा. So he agreed. तो हमने गुरुजी को भी कहा, मैंने कहा आप भी गुरुजी अगर आप एक बार आए ना, वहाँ इतना बढ़िया खाना बनता है कि पूछिए नहीं, आपको बहुत अच्छा लगेगा. अच्छा ऐसी बात है. But I do not know somehow that program was. He was such a simple fellow. I used to bring some eatable from Himachal Bhavan. Our chef was a great chef. So I knew that what Guruji liked. So I used to take a box. मैं अपने शेफ को कहता भाई ऐसे ऐसा बढ़िया सा बनाओ गुरुजी. अच्छा, when they used to listen to the name of my guru, our guru, so they will overdo a thing. अपना पैकेट लेके जाते. गुरुजी ये अरे डॉक्टर साहब काहे को आपने तकलीफ की. मैं गुरुजी तकलीफ नहीं, बड़ा अच्छा बनाता है. खोल के देखा, हाँ भाई ये मेरी पसंद का है. I mean just like a child. And that Gaurav, I will tell you that I really enjoyed that. Whether I learned music much or not, it doesn't matter. But I feel so much satisfied that I have been in the company of a real great soul. Not only musician, but a great soul. For me, he's a great soul. And then he's a great musician and a great teacher. What do you say?
It's very, 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 so beautifully put. A great soul, and then a great, musician and a guru, and because he was such a great soul,
right?
He was able to do so much. He was able to accomplish so much. He was able to give so much, and because of his work, because of his contribution, because of his giving,
right?
वो अमर हैं, वो हमारे बीच हरदम रहेंगे. वो हरदम हम उनको याद करेंगे, उनकी पूजा करेंगे. उनका म्यूजिक बजाएंगे, उनका म्यूजिक सुनेंगे। और इतने पूरे दुनिया में देखिए उनके शागिर्द फैले हुए हैं, उनके शागिर्द गाना बजाना कर रहे हैं, उनके शागिर्द उनका
जी,
जय जयकार कर रहे हैं। और
जी,
कैसे उन्होंने निस्वार्थ कैसे उन्होंने सिखाया,
बिल्कुल ठीक बात है।
वो निस्वार्थ मतलब, और खुल के दिया उन्होंने। ऐसा नहीं सोच के दिया कि अच्छा मैं 2 चीज ज्यादा दे दूंगा तो मेरा कम हो जाएगा, या ये राग मैं नहीं सिखाऊंगा, या ये बंदिश मैं नहीं सिखाऊंगा। उन्होंने जिसने जैसा, जिसको जो ले सका,
लिया।
जिसको जो जरूरत था, उन्होंने उसको उस तरीके से उन्होंने सिखाया। और अ, आप देखिए पुराने जमाने से अगर आप लेते हैं, शुरू से, पुराना मतलब शुरू से, उनके जो फर्स्ट जो जनरेशन के जो शागिर्द थे, जैसे आपने बताया, सत्यदेव जी थे, गोपाल जी थे, उमाशंकर जी थे,
जी,
फिर उसके बाद कार्तिक दा थे, शमीम जी थे, फिर बाद में दीपक चौधरी जी आए, फिर उसके बाद फिर हम लोग आए, उसके
जी,
बाद तो कितने सारे जनरेशन उनके रहते हुए एक के बाद एक आए, उनसे सीखे और जाके
जी,
एस्टेब्लिश हुए। ऐसा नहीं कि वो एस्टेब्लिश, दे वर ऑल परफॉर्मिंग म्यूजिशियंस।
वेरी
उन्होंने
राइट।
परफॉर्म किया, उनका रोजी रोटी संगीत से चला। और उनके बच्चे भी आज काफी काफी गुरुजी के ग्रैंड डिसाइपल्स हैं, जो उनके
जी,
शागिर्द के शागिर्द हैं,
जी, जी,
और
बिल्कुल ठीक
जो
बात।
अच्छा गाना बजाना आज कर रहे हैं, पूरे दुनिया में ट्रैवल कर रहे हैं। तो ये एक बहुत बड़ा लेगेसी उन्होंने उन्होंने क्रिएट किया अपने लाइफ टाइम में। एक
बिल्कुल।
लेगेसी उन्होंने वो छोड़ के गए हैं। और हमको बहुत खुशी है केशव जी, जब भी आपसे मिलते हैं बहुत अच्छा लगता है, क्योंकि वो 80s का जो वक्त था वो बहुत स्पेशल था, बहुत स्पेशल था। गुरुजी के भी लाइफ में देयर वाज अ लॉट
जी,
ऑफ
जी,
चेंज।
जी, जी,
उनका लाइफ में भी काफी सारे बदलाव आ रहे थे।
बिल्कुल
उनका
ठीक है।
फिजिकली भी ही वाज चेंजिंग, एंड यू
हुँ,
नो, सो क्योंकि आपका वो जुड़ाव उनके साथ वो 80s का था, हम लोग रहते थे वहां पे, आप आते थे।
जी,
बहुत
जी।
अच्छा लगता है जब आपसे मिलते हैं, वो सब पुराने जितने यादें हैं सब
इट इज़ म्यूचुअल, इट
फ्रेश
इज़
हो जाता है। फिर काफी सोचते हैं कि वो बड़ा अच्छा दिन था, केशव
सही
जी।
बात।
बहुत अच्छा दिन था, आप आते थे,
हुँ,
आप बैठते थे उनके साथ, हम लोग बैठते थे, गाना बजाना होता था, कभी कभी हम लोग खाना भी खाते थे साथ में।
जी, जी।
हम
जी
लोग
हाँ,
तो
जी हाँ।
फिर वहां पे रहते थे। लेकिन अभी कुछ साल पहले अच्छा लगा आपसे, वो एयरपोर्ट में अचानक मुलाकात हो गया, तो बहुत खुशी हुआ मुझे।
हाँ,
अ,
बड़ा कुछ नहीं।
तो
नहीं, मैं सिर्फ़ एक बात ये सिर्फ़ इतने कहना चाहूँगा कि ये मेरे जैसे लोग जो हैं, जो केवल म्यूज़िक के आनंद के लिए जिन्होंने सीखा है, ये ठीक है, मैंने भी थोड़ी बहुत प्रोफ़ेशनली कह सकते हैं बजाई है, पैसे कमाए हैं। लेकिन वो सारा पैसा मैंने कहाँ इस्तेमाल किया कि शिमला आके प्रोग्राम किए, किसी ध्रुपद वाले को बुला दिया, किसी सितार वाले को बुला दिया, सारा पैसा मैं प्रोग्राम तो करवाता ही रहता था, अभी भी करवाता हूँ, हैं जी। वो सारा पैसे मतलब म्यूज़िक का पैसा जो अमेरिका में पैसा कमाया था, वहीं देकर आ गया था, $1 साथ में नहीं लाया था। क्योंकि मेरा उद्देश्य म्यूज़िक से पैसा कमाना नहीं था। मैं यूनिवर्सिटी प्रोफ़ेसर था, मेरा ठीक-ठाक चलता था। आर्मी का काम करता था वहाँ से, जे-एंड-के पुलिस का एक्सपर्ट था मैं, तो मेरा अपना ठीक-ठाक था। तो मैंने वो म्यूज़िक के जितना भी अच्छा प्रोफ़ेशनली ये नहीं है कि मैं कोई बहुत अच्छा बजाने वाला बन गया, वो तो आप जानते हैं क्योंकि मेरी जान को 50 काम हो। आपको बस एक बात बताता हूँ, मैं कई बार स्टूडेंट्स आते हैं, मेरा बड़ा बेटा यूनिवर्सिटी में म्यूज़िक ही पढ़ाता है, साइकोलॉजी का आदमी और म्यूज़िक में डीलिट है, बहुत काबिल आदमी है। तो स्टूडेंट्स आते हैं मेरे पास, कई बार आते हैं, मैं उनसे एक बात पूछता हूँ, सितार के हैं अगर वो या गाने के, कि आप ये बताओ भई बच्चों तुम कितना रियाज़ करते हो? मतलब मुझे इतना बुरा लगता है कि सर ऐसा आधा 1 घंटा बस कर लेते हैं। मैं कहा घूमते कितना हो तुम? तुम व्हाट्सऐप वगैरह पे चैट पे कितना लगे रहते हो सारा दिन? कितने घंटे सोते हो? यकीन मानिए कि जो भी मैंने गुरु जी से सीखा मैंने अपने बेटे के सिवाय किसी को नहीं दिया। कारण कोई मिलता ही नहीं। मैं
हाँ,
सिर्फ मैं सिर्फ एक बात आपको बताना चाहूँगा, देखो मेरा पेशा म्यूज़िक नहीं, मेरी रोटी म्यूज़िक से नहीं आती थी, ना आज आती है। ये मेरा मतलब है कि यूँ कहिए कि मेरी आत्मा के लिए था।
जी,
Music for me is a way to self-realization. Nothing else. Not even now. At this stage, it is not for entertainment. For me, music has never been. ये मैं आपसे आज शेयर कर रहा हूँ, ये किसी को आज तक मैंने नहीं बताया, अपने परिवार में भी। तो मेरे लिए म्यूजिक एंटरटेनमेंट के लिए चीज़ नहीं थी। मैंने इसलिए नहीं सीखा था कि मुझे खुद को एंटरटेन करना है या आपको एंटरटेन करना है। बट म्यूजिक फॉर मी वाज, मैं एक योगाभ्यासी हूँ, फॉर मी म्यूजिक वाज अ वे, अ लिफ्ट फॉर द अल्टीमेट। फायदा हुआ है। पर क्या था, जब गुरु जी से सीखते थे, सारा दिन यूनिवर्सिटी में ऐसी तैसी करवाओ। I was so busy in the university, 6 months out of Shimla. So I used to come back in the evening to my home. थोड़ा सा खाना खाया, जरा सा रेस्ट किया. At 10 o'clock night, I will sit in this room and start my riyaz till 4 o'clock in the morning. Then in the morning, my wife would come and will tell me that kindly now you just sleep, you have to go to university and you do a lot of work. तो अपना तब से मेरी जो, will you believe that my sleep is only for 3 to 4 hours, that's all. I don't need much sleep.
That is amazing. That is amazing. तो योगी का जिंदगी जी रहे हैं आप फिर।
अब जो मर्जी कहिए आप, या अब चलिए अब आप सामने हैं तो ये बातें बता रहा हूँ, मैं बताने की नहीं है, सब पर्सनल है। Because I did not want at that time, I didn't want that people who listen to whatever I play, they should assume that I am telling a lie, that I am a disciple of great Pandit Ravi Shankar. भाई जितना भी बजाऊं, कम से कम दिखे तो सही कि ये इतने महान गुरु से कुछ तो सीखा है। और
सुर में हो, लय में हो, राग में हो।
हाँ,
और ताल
तो वो बात तो मैंने मेंटेन रखी। मैंने क्या रखी, गुरु महाराज की कृपा है। अब जहां भी थोड़ा बहुत प्रैक्टिस में बजाया, चलो घर की कंसर्ट्स तो बहुत बजाते, थोड़ा बहुत बजाते रहे। जब मेरा बीमार होने से पहले, आफ्टर माय हार्ट प्रॉब्लम फॉर इयर्स टुगेदर, आई कुड नॉट टच माय सितार। अभी तो 3 साल पहले इन 18 आई नियरली डाइड, ट्रिपल बाईपास सर्जरी हुई। अब सितार फिर थोड़ी थोड़ी उठाई है। अब इसके बाद बैठूंगा 1 आधा घंटा, कोशिश करूंगा बजाने की। पीपल ऑलवेज सेड, वेदर प्रोफेशनल म्यूजिशियंस और लेमैन, भाई ऐसा है जो मर्जी कहिए आप, लेकिन आप बजाते गुरु जी की तरह। दैट वाज अ ग्रेट थिंग। भाई आप उनके चेले, एकदम स्ट्रोक लगाते पता चलता कि आप उस घराने से।
जी, बहुत बड़ी बात है।
दैट वाज अ ग्रेट थिंग, दैट वाज अ ग्रेट थिंग। So what I have been telling all these students who come to me, not from here, and is that look here, music is not my profession. I'm not earning from music. I just love music. That is the end of it. Music is my life. And I usually tell people that if it comes to choosing between my family and music, my sitar, I will renounce my family. I will choose my sitar. And that is a fact. I tell them, if I can sit for 5 to 6 hours, that too at night, when I'm so tired, रात 12 बजे नींद आ रही, उठ करके मुंह पे पानी के छींटे मारे, then again I will sit. And वो शुरू में वो चीजें हाथ में नहीं आती थी ना, बड़ी लगता था जब बचे खुचे बाल हैं इनको भी नोच लो। One becomes so much, you have also gone through, everybody has gone through that phase in the beginning. वो नहीं निकलता है, and you feel so frustrated. But then it was our Guru's blessings that okay, carry on. कभी तो लहर आएगी, और लहर आई, आपके जीवन में भी आई, हमारे भी आई। This is one thing. So आज वो बच्चे नहीं है, बहुत कम है। Even I try to find out that any boy and girl who is really dedicated, come to my home, stay here, I will educate him, marry him off or marry her off, नौकरी लगवा देंगे। बट द ओनली कंडीशन is कि भाई बैठ करके अपना सितार जम के बजाओ। गौरव साहब, नॉट ए सिंगल वन टर्न अप। हम सारा खर्चा करने को आज भी तैयार है, जितना मुझे आता है। मेरा था कि कोई आए, आई विल, जो मुझे आता सिखा दूंगा, उसके बाद आपके पास भेज दूंगा, या शुभेंद्र, कोई भी आप जो भी आगे फर्दर करने के लिए, चलो ग्राउंड वर्क हम कर दें। नॉट ए सिंगल फेलो के। अब आप क्या करेंगे? So this is a very sad state of affair when it comes to the institutional teaching or education of music is concerned. ये भी जरूरी है कि लोगों में जोश पैदा हो। And through your this program, मैं क्या कहना चाहता हूँ, I will just request all the professional musicians, not only my guru bhais and all people, but any musician, all musicians of this world, that they have a very cardinal duty to go to educational institutions free of cost and demonstrate and prepare what you call the conscience.
Listeners.
Prepare the conscience. So those people who appreciate. I organize many sessions in my university on appreciation of music, and also I'm a film critic also, and music critic and art critic. हमने बहुत सारे लगाई, and I assure you that students, third time our auditorium was full of all the students, and they were very happy that we thought that classical music is just like ha karna, but it is really very pleasing. लोगों को पता नहीं है कि क्लासिकल म्यूजिक क्या है, how to appreciate that, what is to be appreciated, whether it is vocal or instrumental, whatever instrument. ये जितने प्रोफेशनल आप लोग बड़े बड़े लोग हैं, सभी की ड्यूटी है कि थोड़ा सा टाइम कहीं चले गए, क्योंकि सभी स्कूल कॉलेजेस इतना रिम्यूनरेशन नहीं दे सकते. मैं तो आज भी जहाँ जाता हूँ, सितार साथ होती है तो कर देता हूँ थोड़ा सा, गुरु महाराज का नाम लेके, जस्ट डेमोन्स्ट्रेट. I know. And the greatest blessing of my great guru was that 4 times, though I am not PhD in music, but Dr. Premlata Sharma, who was the disciple of Onkana Thakur ji and Vice Chancellor of Khairagarh, Indira Kala Vishwavidyalaya Khairagarh, she expressly told me that, okay, look here, whether you are PhD or not, but you become guide of PhD from my university. और मैंने कुछ लोगों को PhD करवाई म्यूजिक के अंदर. उससे बड़ी बात जो हुई है, ये सब गुरु जी की कृपा है. My guru's name is a passport to enter anywhere. 4 times, only few years ago, 4 times I was invited as visiting full-fledged professor of music by Guru Nanak Dev University and once by Punjab University. तो हमारे मित्र भी M.R. गौतम साहब आप जानते होंगे.
जी.
बहुत अच्छे दोस्त घर आते थे. मैं कलकत्ता जब जाता था तो साल्ट लेक रहता था, वो भी साल्ट लेक में उनका था वहाँ, और गुरुजी पे बहुत चर्चा होती. ही वाज अ फैन ऑफ गुरुजी. आपको शायद बहुतों को पता नहीं होगा, पर M.R. गौतम साहब, भाई क्या बात है, देखो पंडित जी मतलब है रागों की या टेक्निक की भाई मान दी, भाई क्या बजाते हैं. बस उनका यही जब भी कहना क्या बजाते हैं, मजा आ जाता है. अब मैं आपसे क्या कहूँ, व्हाट शुड आई डू. I become a bit emotional when it comes to the state of affair of music in the music world, कि हम लोग कर क्या रहे हैं. मुझे पता नहीं लोगों को अच्छा नहीं लगेगा, बट बीइंग ए टीचर मैं बहुत ही स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड हूँ ना. मैं किसी के भी पैरों के ऊपर अपना जूता रख सकता हूँ ना. कैसे. अब आप 1 घंटे का प्रोग्राम गाते बजाते हैं, उसमें आप 6 राग बजा जाते हैं, वो कुछ और बजा दिया, कुछ और बजा देना, मेरी समझ में नहीं आता what kind of performances many people are giving. प्योरिटी देखिए, ये हमारे गुरु की खास बात है. तो कम से कम गौरव जी, टू द बेस्ट ऑफ माय नॉलेज, आप तो वहाँ रहते थे. I don't think that he ever did like this, the alap of one raga and vilambit gat from other raga and drut gat from alag some different raga. भाई मैंने तो नहीं सुना. I have hundreds of recordings of Guruji's. मैंने तो नहीं सुना, ना ही आपने सुना. That purity part, systematic कैसे होता है, and how systematically we are to play from alap to jod and various levels of jod and other things, isn't it? Different types of मेरू खंड की ताना फलाना तान और ये और सो, ठीक है, लयकारी और ये. अब because I learned good amount of tabla from my great guru Pandit Ranganath Mishra, whose father was the guru of Gudai Maharaj, Baja Mishra. So I knew very well the lay and all. वो हमारे गुरु ने trained किया हुआ. Whenever I listened to Guruji's performances, I was wonderstruck that how much control he had on lay. पता चलता है कि तिहाई उठकर आ रही है तो ऐसा लगता है ये बेताली जाएगी. It's not coming to some rightly, but see, खासतौर से उनका जो देसी तोड़ी एक बजाई हुई है, ठीक है, तो आप उसमें देख लीजिए, वो देसी तोड़ी में तैयारी का काम अच्छा नहीं लगता है, और आगे ऐसा उसमें आपके जो है लहकारी का काम, इस तरह का काम, कैसी तैयारियां लगा, पूछो नहीं आप. That is only simple one example.
कमाल है. एब्सोल्युटली केशव जी, आपको बहुत 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 धन्यवाद आने के लिए हमारे इस
Thanks.
शो में रिफ्लेक्शंस में, और हम आपको नमस्कार करते हैं, प्रणाम करते हैं,
Thanks.
और
Thank
जल्दी मिलेंगे। आप स्वस्थ रहिएगा, अपना ख्याल रखिएगा,
Thank you.
stay safe, and
Thanks a lot.
I'll hand it over to
Thank you,
Nabar
Uncle.
to do
Okay,
the
thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for giving me a chance to meet all of you people and share something.
No, it was a pleasure to have you on our show, Uncle. It was really our pleasure.
Oh yeah, you
Just
are
to have
doing
you.
great job. May God bless you. आप सब अच्छा जाएं. देखिए हम तो जाति बहारों के. I am playing my last innings of life. और आपके पास बहुत टाइम है. करिए आप जितनी तरक्की करेंगे. मुझसे ज्यादा खुशी तो आपके माता पिता को नहीं होगी जितनी एज ए टीचर मुझे होती. नमस्कार.
नमस्कार.
Thank you so much. Stay safe, Uncle.
Okay, thank you.
And thank you, Gauravda.
Thank you.
And to the viewers of Pandit Ravi Shankar Music Foundation, we have once again started our Musicorum Next Gen online concert series for the young generation. So do join with our second sessions, first episode on 3rd of June. And young music artists can also send their resumes and their video to our WhatsApp number so that we can connect with you and give a platform for your performance. Good night and stay safe.